Hi YouTube, this is the alien. I've had some interesting issues with my computer over this past week, dealing with router again and my laptop again. And pretty soon I'm going to need both new ones, which is going to be fun. So my videos aren't going to be as frequent as I'd hoped they would be, but it's okay. I need some time to figure out what I want to say anyway, because it takes me some time to figure out which of the many ideas I want to talk about next. This time around, I want to talk about the everlasting maid. The maid, the mother, and the crone. They're wicked ideas, yet one, they are in our society as well. The maid is the young woman, the one with the tight asses and the perky boobs, waiting to marry the man of their dreams. The mother, a patient and kind woman with children running around her feet. She raises them to the best of her ability, mostly alone. The crone, the elder who has the knowledge of how to raise a child, of how to keep a home, of how to keep a husband happy. A perfect view in the minds of all Christians. Heaven help us if we are to fall outside that law, that view, even a bit. What if some of us are missing that middle part completely? What if some of us are not natural mothers? Is it necessary to be all three? For women, why? Is it at all? Those women who decide not to be mothers are called selfish. Selfish that they will not give of themselves to a child, as if it is an imperative that we should. As if it's a requirement of all humans, and the fact that some willingly choose not to means that they have a problem. After all, whom will care for them in their elder years, if not a child? It is true that some choose to go to the crone stage without the experience of motherhood. They take care of themselves, alone, some with a husband, some without that. They're happy to be that way. They accomplish great things without children. They run businesses, they create beautiful songs, they teach others. Some even help children. They teach children, they mentor them in some way, and generally love children, but feel that a child of their own would take away from others who need their help more. You know, children who don't have parents, children who are not shown the care of their parents. However, religion comes into play here. Religion says you should have a child. Go forth and populate the earth. Infertile women are scorned and divorced. Women could not leave the father's home if they were unmarried back in the past. They could never be free of the patriarchal rule over them. Thankfully, the advent of women's rights has changed things a bit. But there's still plenty, especially in this land of supposed freedom, who would happily take us back to the Dark Ages, where women were married off with half-cousins, forced to work in a kitchen, and birth as many children as humanly possible. Those who would refuse would be put to trial and jailed if those rules worked for this common era. Refuse to have children because you wouldn't be a good mother? Well, no rights have you. You're forced to have a child and be a good mother. Wait. That's exactly what is happening here. Women can be a maid and a crone without being a mother. Perhaps her mother instinct comes in for children out of her own, or perhaps for a business that she's raised from the ground up. Or taken over even. Or perhaps she has none at all, and that's fine too. She's still a good person even without a mothering instinct. A study done states, and these are the exact words, adjustment patterns and criminal characteristics of 350 incarcerated mothers of children under 21 years of age were contrasted to those of 166 women from the same institution that had never had children. There were no observed differences between mothers and non-mothers in terms of self-reported mental illness symptoms, emotional distress, or conflicts with other individuals at the prison. So non-mothers versus mothers are no less or more motherly. Women can be free of children and good people. They can be free of a husband and be good people. They are not selfish. They know themselves better than you know them. And not a one should be forced to have a child based on some antiquated book's ideas of how women should be in this society. Abortion should be an option for any woman who feels that they cannot care for a child in any way that she chooses to define the word provide. A woman should be free to choose her lack of sexuality, also known as asexuality, and to be completely free from guilt and taunts and statements as to how selfish she is. Motherhood is simply not our path. The alien is asexual and proud, and will remain that way, standing alongside all of the other women who make that choice in the free land of America to know herself and only herself. This is the alien signing off for now. Hopefully I'll have another video in a week or so.